Well, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, that caught me off guard, too.
Yeah.
We were just sitting here chilling. All of a sudden, Jeff said, time to go.
Wow.
Well, hello, everybody.
Good morning. How are you? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
Welcome to Monday Morning Golfrap right here at TGD TV and radio. It's Hugh Roy III and George Honeycutt, and we're so happy to be with you today. I'm telling you what, Hugh, great weekend of golf. A colossal win for Lydia Ko. How'd you like that? Colossal. We need to tweet that.
That's lame.
That's lame?
That's lame.
Colossal. K-O.
Okay. I expect that from Al, but not from you.
Really?
Yeah.
He can't even pronounce colossal.
Yeah, that wound up with something else other than colossal. It'd be.
Yeah. But Lydia Ko, 18 years, 6 months, 1 day old, picks up her 10th tour victory. 10th.
Girl can play some golf.
She's quickest to reach 10 victories, the youngest player to ever reach 10 victories on a professional tour. Men, women, children, young and old, doesn't matter. She's the quickest by almost 3.5 years.
I'll tell you what. You can't,
Tiger didn't do it till he was 22 years, 4 months. How about that?
I mean, it's impressive. I mean, you can't. There's really no explanation to try to justify it or, really give a rhyme or reason for it.
And she doesn't
There
just
is none.
win. She laps the field.
Oh, I know.
She wins by 8. I mean, it was funny to watch. I mean, these girls are sitting there at -9, -10. 1, 2 of them got to -11, and that was all that they were focused on was them playing for second.
Second place, yeah.
Because Ko's at 19 under, and she doesn't make a birdie on the way in. Last 4 holes, she just kind of
Let's just get over with.
I mean, just down the middle on the green, 2-putt. Down the middle on the green, 2-putt. It's boring, but it's 19 under par. I mean,
Well, I mean, how many times have you ever heard me say, and folks, if you talk to anyone that's ever taken a lesson from me or been with me to help them with their golf, I said, when golf gets boring, you know you're doing something right. Because when there's no stress involved, golf's a lot more fun, trust me. And obviously this young lady has figured out how to do that.
yeah. I mean, when she's on, dude, she's on. I mean, like I said, she just par, but she shoots 65.
But
How about that?
and that's not so, I don't know,
And
astonishing to me, because you play golf the way that she plays golf, where it's point A to point B to point C, and it's just she puts it on the green 15 feet. Every now and then she may hit it in there close. But she just keeps giving herself opportunities, and it looks like there's no struggle. It's like she's not doing anything, and next thing you know, she's 6, 7, 8 under par.
Well, she pars 1, birdies 2, birdies 3, pars 4, birdies 5, birdies 6, and then she bogeys 7. What's up, Lydia? Come on. Pars 8, pars 9 for 33. You know? Do-de-do-de-do. Then she goes par, birdie, birdie. Oh, excuse me. Par, birdie, par, par. And then the par 5, 18, she did birdie. She couldn't help to.
yeah.
She couldn't help it. Sorry. I just had to throw a wedge up there at 3 feet and make it. Sorry. Oops. Didn't mean to kind of crank the screwdriver.
You might as well.
I mean, So Young Yu played extremely well. She shot 68. Un-hee Lee, they finished tied for second at 11 under. So 9 shots she won instead of 8. I said 8, and she won by 9. Sorry, Lydia.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Suzanne Patterson, they were like, "Oh, look how far Suzanne hits it." Yeah, she's at 9 under par. She's 10 shots behind Lydia.
Yeah, just don't pick your ball up. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So with this win, another $300,000 for Miss Lydia Ko.
There you go.
Yep, and she's still trying to get her mother to give her some money for a purse. She wants to buy a purse. Yeah, Mom's going to give me some money soon. I'm going to get that purse. Okay. She just buy Prada. You think?
No, she can't buy Prada, but she can get a pretty good
She's pretty damn
percentage
close,
of stock.
Bubba.
Yeah.
She's pretty damn close. All right, Lydia Ko, 10th win. I mean, what is let's go ahead and look at it. She'll retire when she's 24, 25 maybe. How many wins is she going to have? 70?
You don't know. I mean, the funny part is she's so young. She's still growing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't know how much she's going to change or what's going to,
And what's impressive is when you sit and actually watch her drive the golf ball. I mean, she's playing with 2 Asian players. Granted, they're not the longest. They're not Suzanne Patterson's or, whoever. She's out driving them by 10, 15. And she chokes down 4.5 inches on the club. Every club she hits, she's choked down that far. But I'm sitting there going, my gosh, girl, how far could you hit it if you actually went up on the edge of the club?
No, the thing is, though, how important is it for her to hit it a long ways? Obviously,
it's not.
Very.
No, the big thing, remember back during the offseason, she was working to get the draw. And then when she came out, she wasn't posting good numbers. And we were talking about, why do you make that change now? Mm-hmm. Well, now she's back to world number 1. By the way, she did ascend back up to number 1 in the world. So congratulations for that also. But, I mean, for her, she's hitting Apex Forged. So, one of the shorter clubs that Callaway makes as far as distance-wise.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, dude, she's playing well. Playing well. I really do. I mean, this is Hall of Fame career stuff. So, no doubt about it.
I think it's a little premature, but I think you're on the right track. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, over in the Hong Kong area, Hong Kong, China, one Justin Rose ends up winning the event over there, the UBS Hong Kong Open. And it basically turned out to be Justin and Lucas Beauregard. It was their event. It was their tournament. And for 2 days, they sat and just played ping pong.
Yeah.
I mean, it was let me hit you and you slap me and I'll slap you and you slap me. And then everybody, is there another tournament going on here? Is there other guys here? It almost looked like that one of those 2 men made for television.
It's like Shell's Wonderful World of Golf.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, I mean, the golf course looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
Good-looking
Pretty
golf
place.
course. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And, you just
great turnout. Love the crowds.
You look at how, they played, and like you said, going back and forth, and then, obviously at the end it's Justin Rose. But, the guys had a heck of a couple-year run here. I mean, he's been playing solid, especially in the majors.
Well, it's his 4th year run consecutively on with the European Tour win. This is his 8th Tour win, I believe. Yeah, 8 European Tour wins in 260 events. So he's won 3 in Europe, 2 in America, 1 in Africa, 1 in Australia, and now 1 in Asia. This was his first Asia European Tour win. So, and like I said, he's got the longest streak right now of seasons progressive to have a win. Louis Oosthuizen is the current leader, or was the current leader. He's got to pick one up here. But right now, Rose is short second at 4 years.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Justin. He looked phenomenal. His ball striking is as good as anybody's right now. He got some putts in the hole, which I think has been his nemesis. You could tell there was a couple of putts that he even questioned, have I got the right line? Have I got the right speed? But he's got one of those caddies that just, comes in, reaffirms his thought process, reaffirms his feelings in his hands, I guess, and then just tells him, say, go. And if you don't make it, fine, you got to tap in. So, and that's exactly how he played it. But really, congratulations to Lucas Beauregard, because this kid, basically a European Tour rookie.
Yeah.
And he gives Justin all he wants, including a double bogey on 14. And if he doesn't have that, then let's say he just makes par on 14, then Justin's having to birdie 17 and 18 just to get ahead of him.
Yeah.
So this was Lucas's tournament just as much as it was Rose.
And it's something that hopefully, this young man will learn from the mistake so that it doesn't happen in the future. I mean, that's how you become Justin Rose, Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, those guys. You learn from the mistakes. And, if you don't learn from the mistake, then shame on you. That's your fault. But, for him to make a double, and to come so close and give a good run still.
Yeah, he didn't fold like a cheap lawn chair. He, after making the double, he came right back.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. You learn from how that mistake happened, what your decision-making process was, what was going through your head that caused it, and then learn how to eliminate that the next time. And guess what? You're probably standing there holding the trophy.
Yeah, and, venture to say, considering his work ethics, Justin's commented on that this is one of those young men that are making their way, obtaining their tour card now. But he's one of the last ones you see on the range. He's one of the last ones you see at the putting green. So he sees great things for Lucas coming on. And Justin's talking like a old timer.
Well,
but he is an old timer.
Well, and it just goes to show, my rant the other day when we were sitting around talking. You see the kids that are working hard. They're the ones having the success, and the ones that you're seeing their names.
Right.
And that's the difference, and that's what modern-day kids have got to learn that want to play golf and be good at it.
Well, these two were paired together on Saturday, and Jeff, I noticed you catching me there when I was talking about it, but Saturday, watching these two play one another, Rose shot 64. Lucas shot 63 on Saturday. You talking tit for tat?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a boxing match from the get-go. Rose would make birdie. Lucas would drain one right in front of him. Lucas would have a 30-footer and all of a sudden snake one in. And Rose would sit there and go, they were passing these little smirk grins back and forth at one another out of respect.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. It was fun to watch. The crowds there at the Hong Kong Open were just loving it. Loving it.
It's almost like the old, okay, there's mine, touche. Have at it. Your turn.
Yeah, it's like going
Good
to
luck.
an archery competition, Okay, I'm going to hit the bullseye now, and then you try to split my arrow.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because the hole's covered up.
And trust me, been there and done that with Alan Dole, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, Alan.
It's a lot of fun. So.
Well, Patrick Reed ends up coming back with 65-67 on the last 2 days to finish third. So Reed did make a showing while he was over there, and considering he was paid to be there, congrats to him. Anabar Lahari, again, this young man is just making a name for himself, and this has been a phenomenal 2016 or 15 for him. So he's definitely right up there. He finishes in 7th place. Some other names, Tung Jai Jaidi, he finishes in 13th. I had to get it in.
Yeah, you can't resist.
I had to get it in. But one player I want to bring up for you, Hugh, and I would really enjoy maybe one day soon. The European Tour is entering into the race to Dubai. So right now you had to be in 110 or higher, 110 to 1. To make it to next week's or this coming week's event in Turkey. Mm-hmm. Okay, it starts their 4-tournament playoff for the race to Dubai.
Sure.
But this young man, he just won a couple of weeks ago, and I have watched him play now in roughly 5 events consecutively. And he is one of the more impressive young talents that I have seen. And you compare him to a Jordan Spieth, you compare him to Jason Day, you compare him to maybe a Justin Thomas or some of the other players. Yeah, but then again, too, this guy came from the working blue-collar, he didn't have that college background, let's say.
Yeah.
He didn't have the AJGA background, let's say. But this young man, I would love for you to watch him play a round of golf and then give me your impressions of him. And his name is Matthew Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This young man loves the game of golf first. I'd never see him without a smile. It's huge. It's nauseous. It's almost like a virus. It just overtakes everything. The rest of the group that he plays with, you'll see them serious, and then by the 8th, 9th hole, all of a sudden they're joking and laughing and having a good time. I mean, he played with Thomas Bjorn, and you know Thomas Bjorn.
Oh, yeah.
You and him have played many rounds. Thomas Bjorn. Hell, by the 6th hole, Thomas Bjorn's over there and giving him a titty twink and, doing this and doing that, and they're having fun. And this kid just goes out and plays golf. He doesn't care about the PR, the marketing, the media. He doesn't care. I mean, he just goes out and plays golf.
Yeah.
He's interacting with the crowd when he walks between holes. He's high-fiving. He's having a good time. He looks like every week like he's at a Ryder Cup and he's on the European squad. And I tell you, he's going to be on the European squad.
We'll have to wait and see. But
the boy's got talent.
If he's got the talent and he's having that much fun doing it, then yes, it's something that we'll have to watch.
Well, he finishes tied for third at 11 under par, and along with Reed and Jason Shriver and Soo-Min Lee. So, I mean, he was right there, and he was making a charge on Sunday or on Saturday. He shot 66 after 2 67s on Thursday and Friday. So, and then ended up the last 4 or 5 holes, it just looked like, okay, I can't catch Rose and them, so I'll just cruise in. And so he shot 69. And it was literally a cruise.
Yeah.
You could just tell. He throttled back. He's just having a good time. He went for 2 holes that everybody else was laying up on. He just went for them. Let's have fun.
Yeah, might as well.
Par 4, he bringing out driver. He's banging to he only had about 8-yard area that he had to land. Everybody else laid up. Justin laid up. Patrick Reed laid up. Not him. I'll choke down on this and just rope it in. That didn't work for him, but he had fun doing it.
Yeah.
His caddy's just shaking his head and just grabbing the club, putting it in the bag, and walking along. Do. They're just having a good time, and all the while he picks up 82,000 euro.
Not bad.
No, not a bad weekend. Not a bad weekend. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoy watching. But if you just do me a favor, take the opportunity to watch this young man play 18 holes.
Yeah.
And then I'd love your impressions of him, because I think that this is one of those, like the Jordan Spieth for our USA squad, the Jordan Spieth for the PGA Tour. He is that individual that is going to move into – he very well could be, the way he has fun on the golf course and the way he gets along with the other players, being as young as he is, he could almost be Ian Poulter's replacement.
Well, that's a compliment in itself.
Because he's got a lot of charge. He's got a lot of emotion. He's got a lot of energy.
Yeah. When you come into the Ryder Cup stuff, you've got to have that one person that can get everybody sparked and energized to go. And that's a compliment, because Poulter does that.
Dude, I mean, he'll fill up the water balloons. He'll put the shaving cream and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, coach, tell me what to do. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Yeah. That's nice to hear. Nice and refreshing.
It's been fun watching the young man play, and it was almost like, okay, I think I'll go out and try to get my European Tour card. Okay, did that. All right, let's go out and try to win one. Okay, did that.
Yeah.
I think I'll go out and add another 8 yards to my drive. Okay, did that. I mean, he just has fun, and he's fun to watch. So if you get the opportunity to do that. All right, let's jump back over here to the domestic golf, PGA Tour.
One of my favorite places on the planet.
Vegas?
The golf course itself. Vegas, yes.
TPC Sutherland?
Vegas, yes, but the golf course, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
mean, like it that much?
I do, because it's a golf course where if you're playing well, you can shoot nothing, and if you're not on, you're off just a touch, it can eat your lunch. And trying to figure that out, folks, is not the easiest thing in the world, because you're watching going, yeah, this guy shot 66, 65, and 67, 65, and then all of a sudden 73. It's just, and you look at the scores yesterday. I mean, Smiley Kaufman wins the golf tournament, a guy nobody'd ever heard of, really. and he goes out and shoots 61 yesterday
Yeah.
and wins a golf
He's
tournament.
6 shots back of the leaders at the start of the day.
Yeah, and you look at what the leader shot yesterday, 73.
Mm-hmm.
And Patton Kazir came from, literally, he shot 65, 69, 72. And, I mean, he's like, well, he's got no chance. Then he goes out and shoots 63 and finishes second. Young man that won the Web.com Tour money list last year, played at Auburn.
This is his
Great
first.
young man.
This is his first tour card event.
Yeah, played at Auburn. I mean, great young man, good player. Played with him a few years ago, and just a lot of fun. He's going to be a good one. That's another one, folks, you need to watch. And then you go look at William McGirt. He shoots 62 yesterday, but he opens up 66, 73, and he's done. And, yeah, he finishes tied for 8th, but, that's not a bad finish. And, Vegas, the thing about playing this golf course, George, you may feel like, well, I'm playing good, but I'm not scoring good, or I'm not hitting it good, but all of a sudden something clicks, and you go out and shoot a 64, 63, 62, and you're like, where in the world did that come from? It's just the way the golf course was done. It is just, if you're hitting it solid and hitting it good, and you know what you can do, and you know when to take the chances, like, the drivable par 4 15th. Fowler hit it in there, 5 feet and made an eagle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fun place to play, and it gives you so many different looks. So it keeps it exciting as far as golf goes.
So Smiley Kaufman. Now, Smiley's his middle name.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
Yeah.
His first name's, I believe, Carson. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Carson Smiley Kaufman. And he actually has a brother named Lucky. Serious.
I believe I'd have to shoot my parents.
Serious. Okay. So Smiley Kaufman goes out, shoots. He finishes, folks, picture this. He finishes 2 hours before the leaders start coming up the last hole.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you looked when I went on and looked at it yesterday, I mean, because I was out, obviously following Blake around his PAT for 36 holes around the Hackler course.
And congratulations to Blake.
And Blake played well. He won the PAT and made it look pretty simple.
What'd that get him?
Nothing.
Okay.
But
Congratulations, bud, anyway.
at least he wasn't one of the ones that qualified at 159 and were high-fiving.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is, I look at the computer, I look at my phone, I'm looking at PGA Tour, and I'm like, this kid's leading. He shot 61, and the leaders are just now on 12.
I know.
And you're looking at them, and, I mean, they're sitting back at like 12, 13. You're going, well, he's got no chance. And they did nothing coming in.
Well, he finishes at 16 under, goes in the clubhouse. Again, folks, he shoots 61 in his final round. And, he comes from 6 shots back out of the lead from the leaders at the start of the day. Nobody had him anywhere close to a blip screen pick as far as odds or someone to watch or – this person could come from the pack and take over. His name never came up.
It's much like mine, never came up.
Never came up.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard the likes of Kevin Na, or is Jason Bone going to be able to do it? Or, oh, look, Alex Cheka's right there at the top. You heard those names. But Smiley Kaufman?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. And then it was almost like Patton knew what Smiley was doing and said, oh, okay, bud, you want to run? Let's run.
Yeah.
You want to sprint? Let's sprint.
Yeah,
Let's go.
And they finished a couple of holes apart. I mean,
And then hats off to his buddy, Smiley's buddy, Patton, because he goes in and hangs out with him for almost the 2 hours. And then when they see the scores coming in, posting the last group finishes on 18, he stands up, hugs his caddy, and then turns around and hugs Patton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's camaraderie.
Right, and
that's friendship.
And that's something that's missing on the PGA Tour, and that's why I say these new kids that are coming up. That's why, you see them playing so well. Jordan, like when Fowler won at TPC, the people that went to, that's coming back, and that's nice to see.
Good
it's
point.
been gone for a long, long time, and it's not the attitudes, and it's not Tiger winning or Phil winning.
Go get on the helicopter in my private jet and get the heck out of here.
Exactly. It's coming back to where, you know what, it's like the good old days of playing junior golf. Your buddy wins, you go up and shake his hand, give him a high five and a hug, and say, all right, man, that's good. Let's go where we going to eat.
Right.
You know, that's kind of the way it is now. And it's nice to see, and it's refreshing. And that's
good point.
Like what we talked about the other day. That's what's going to bring golf back to the public. You know, not the prima donnas, just the kids that are talented, average Joes that come out and they, you know, just like folks, you go out and play with your group of 12 or Georgia's Saturday group, you know, and somebody does something, everybody hangs around, shakes hands, passes around money.
Absolutely.
And enjoys themselves. And that's what golf should be.
Yeah. You know, this may bode well several years down the road for our Ryder Cup.
I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt it at all, because I'll tell you what.
I know I went there, but and you probably didn't expect me to, but, you know, if you get more camaraderie and more friendship and more, you know, instead of it being me, it's us.
Well, and golf is an individual sport. And if you go out and play well, you're going to help your team. But if you've got it to where, you know, if you're a little nervous or you're a little something, and you got your buddies giving you some flack to help you relax, you know, everybody's cutting up,
sarcasm or whatever.
Or if you're struggling a little bit and they can help you because they, you know, hey, you remember when you did play well and you won this and boom, you know, that's what we need. That's what we don't have.
Right.
You know, and it's the guys, you know, if somebody's struggling, you know, they're there to say, hey, hang on, I got you. Ride me till it comes back and let's go.
Heather, whatever pill you gave him this morning, do it again. I like it. Well, you know, it was good to see. I mean, again, Chad Campbell made a good, impressive showing. He's hanging in there, dude. He's doing everything he can to hang in there, keep his career path going.
I mean, playing solid.
Because this guy's a career golfer.
Oh, I agree.
And, I mean, literally 6 months ago, he was wondering what he's going to do. You know?
No,
Kevin Na, again, has a good weekend, finishes tied second. Alex Cheka, as I mentioned, he finishes tied second with 266s over the last 2 days. Jason Bone, who was kind of everybody's, this guy could come up from the pack and take this. Again, Cameron Drinkali comes up with a 65 on Friday, then a 66 on Sunday to jump up into tied for second. So Patrick Rogers had a good week, tied 13th. Morgan Hoffman tied 11th. William McGirt tied 8th. So we go on down the list. Tony Finau, another top 20.
I'm tired of hearing about him, though.
Tony?
Yes. They're blowing too much smoke at this kid, and it just he hits
well, he's not his rookie year
He
anymore.
hits it 9 miles. That's great. Show me something. The thing I like is Scott Stallings back playing, finishes top 16, finishes tied 16, at 10 under par, 4 solid rounds of golf. He's been suspended because he took that over-the-counter deal with a testosterone positive test, whatever. Mm-hmm. Took all the blame. Everybody stood beside him, Titleist, to his family, to everybody on tour. And it's nice to see Scott back out. He's a very, very good young man, very nice, family-oriented. Nice to see him back playing well.
He finishes tied T16 with Ryan Palmer. Good. Ryan had another good event.
Kevin Streelman.
Michael Kim.
Yep.
So John Sinden, Fabian Gomez. Where's Fabian been?
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
So, I mean, you see the names here. It's, do you call it the first full field event of the new season? No. This is now the second event of the new season. But, again, now the marquee names, Hugh, over the next several weeks are going to start splitting off and playing in different like this week, for example, we've got the event in Malaysia. So you've got several of the marquee names, including Ricky, that are headed to Malaysia. And that's simply because to get a paycheck. I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Hey, if you're getting paid an appearance fee and you don't go, that's your own stupidity. That's the way
exactly.
I look at it. But
and then we've got the European Tour with the Race for Dubai. So you're looking at the double card holders. Your Justin Roses, Louis Oosthuizens, those players that Rory McIlroy's that are going to be in that Race for Dubai. Mm-hmm. So we won't see them over here at the next couple of events. We do have in a couple of weeks the McGladrey and Sea Island coming up. For many of the guys, that's a fun event. That's one of those they want to go to and just have a good time with their family and stuff like that.
It's a great family
Much like
place.
Heritage.
Yeah, it's a great family place. The golf course is phenomenal. Great restaurants. Great place for your kids and take them and do that kind of stuff too. But one more name I want to throw out there from Vegas, George, was Mr. Snyder Jans.
Snyder Jans. Ollie.
He played.
Ollie.
Finished tied 38th at 7 under par, but this is a young man that basically left SMU because of so-called recruiting violations. And
good for him, dude.
Can't defend anything, so he packed up and off he goes.
Good for him. And our lonesome Georgia Bulldogs had the weekend off, so we don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, for this massacre coming up.
Congratulations, Georgia Tech, by the way, for beating Florida State.
Great ball game.
Yep.
Blocking the field goal and see you later.
Run it back in, baby. Run it back in. Hey, good show today, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks for your insight and your input.
I tried to do my best.
Wow.
Tried to do my best.
And Heather, please, whatever pill that was, let me know and I'll get a bottle of them. TGD Radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, be sure to check out our featured course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and much, much more. Hey, if you need help with your next golfing vacation, just call Dave right here at the Golf Director. You can call us direct right here. Hugh will answer the phone or Dave will answer the phone at 844-GO-GOLF-1, 844-464-6531. You won't answer the phone?
Oh, heck no.
Okay. All of our programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand. To catch up on any show you may have missed, you can click on the TGD Radio or the TGD TV tabs in the menu screen at thegolfdirector.com. We're now available on over 1 billion devices at iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Blueberry, Periscope, Catch.me with a K, and Myrtle Beach Golf app. For Hugh Roy III, I'm George Honeycutt, and we want to thank Jeff behind the glass. But more importantly, we want to thank y'all for joining us here on Monday Morning Golf Wrap right on TGD TV and TGD Radio. We hope y'all have a wonderful golfing week and come back because there's a lot more golf news and information coming up next.